In this morning show, we are here to inspire you about building your own business and helping you stay on track of your goals. It's a daily cup of motivation. A supportive group of women who wants to see you succeed in your business, and we'll support you every step of the way. Right in the morning. Just put your mind to it. Coffee with Nikkie. Wake up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo. Wake up in the morning, 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm yawning, brainstorming when my mind is forming. Time to tune to this morning show early in the morning. Listen to Coffee with Nikkie. Oh yes, she's busy. If you need help, tune on the channel right with me. Strong, independent women, make it sound easy. Wake up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo.
Good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing on this amazing but cool Friday morning? How are you guys doing? Today is a beautiful day out there, but it's pretty cool out there. Yesterday was cool too, and I was a little concerned about my things that I was putting into the ground because I'm like, the weather is supposed to be warming up. You know what I'm saying? The soil is supposed to be warm so that the seeds can start to pop, but we'll see. I'll keep you posted, of course, in my gardening journey, of course. So welcome, everybody, to Coffee with Nikkie. I am your host, Miss Nikkie. This is your daily cup of information and inspiration. So we've been talking a lot about the garden. We've been talking a lot about fertilizing and pruning and companion planning and combative planning. We've been talking a lot about that, but there's some things going on. We're going to come back to it because I put into stages where you could be in your business. And so we're going to look at those things. But I was looking in the news this morning because I was like, let me see what's going on in business news today that I would be able to share with you guys here at Coffee with Nikkie. So I wake up to find out that one, there's two things. One, a major chain is closing some stores, but two, do you guys remember when we had Aisha on from the Sister Shop? So yesterday I seen a story on them that they may be closing their doors. They need to raise $50,000 in 30 days in order to keep that location open. Now they did close their Jersey store, but and then they had just the Atlanta store. So now I seen yesterday not in the news, but scrolling through social media, that they may be possibly closing the doors to the shop in Atlanta. And it is our job, it is our duty to make sure that we can uplift and support each other. And so I think what they said is you can purchase a t-shirt. All the t-shirts, the proceeds will be going towards the $50,000 that they have to raise. I think the t-shirts are about $28, if I'm not mistaken. I was trying to get all the information to bring it on here. I read it all yesterday, and I was like, you know what? I should share it on Coffee with Nikkie because, you know, we all should support each other. You know, this is a black-owned business, black-owned woman business, and she's supporting other businesses as well. And so I was like, we need to do something about it. And this is, I know that they said $28 for a t-shirt. Just go on ahead and grab you one of those t-shirts, the Sisters in Business t-shirt, and support. You know, every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. We all need to help, and this is why. And this is another thing. This is why building community is very important, because you need to build a strong network around you. You know, and I'm not saying that she does not, because she does. I'm saying we are going to be doing this as well, right? She allowed me to be a part of her community, and so we are opening up our doors too. And you open up your doors to your community, and as long as we could get the word out and we continue to share, we'll be able to help support and, you know, help them to stay alive in business. But we're seeing that a lot in business. And before we go deep, Let's see who's in the building. Let's check and see who's in the building. Good morning, Miss Lois. We got Miss Lois in the building. Miss Lois is first. She said good morning. Big Meech is in the building. She said good morning, everyone. Good morning, Jordan. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please, everybody, come on and hit the like. Come on and hit the like. Come on and hit the like. Hey, hey. No, I'm hyped up this Friday. I don't know why. Good morning, Yazzie Faye. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Naomi. Naomi says good morning. Michi said, OMG, I hope they manage to stay open. Me too, girl. Me too. Good morning, cousin. Cousins in the building. Y'all know her as Latrice of Heartbeat Candle Co. Or you may know her by cousin because that's what I call her. But here in these YouTube streets, we call her the best moderator on what? Earth, the best moderator on Earth's in the building. Good morning, cousin. She said, good morning, my hearts. Good morning, sis. Good morning, Chantel. She said, good morning. Just got off the prayer call. Oh, yeah, I missed that one. I woke up late this morning. I'll tell you why. It's not easy out here in these entrepreneur streets. I tell you, it is absolutely not easy out here in these streets. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Kara. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is not easy out here in these streets. And so a lot of you guys are in, like we were talking about yesterday, everybody being in different stages in their business. And the people who are just starting their business, I don't want you to look at this and say this is a sign for you not to start your business. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is so difficult. It is difficult for everybody out here in these streets. It is not just you. It is not just because you are creating something. It is not just because you are starting something. Everybody right out here in these streets, no matter what stage of business they're in, they're having a difficult time. So I was reading, and I'm gonna come back to the sister shop too. I was reading in the news that Walgreens may be closing some of its stores. It says the pharmacies are not doing well, and they may be closing down some of their stores. But before they close down some of their stores, they're going to do like Target. And so Target is slashing prices because has anybody in this room noticed that the prices are sky high for everything? Yes, we have times when things like this happen, but every single thing, the prices are going up drastically. Put ones in the chat if you know what I mean. Go put ones in the chat. Go back and watch it. I'm definitely, as soon as I get over here, faith and obedience is what she talked about. Even Sean came on for a minute. I heard some of it because I was doing my notes and stuff for today. I did hear something. Nope. There are businesses thriving in this economy. Yep. It's always going to be, no matter what time of recession no matter what time we have in business, recessions, all of those things, no matter what, there's always going to be people that are going to thrive, and there are always going to be people that are suffering. And this is why it's so important for you to get clear on what it is that you do and who it is that you serve, because this is not the time for you to be trying to talk to everybody. This is the time for you to be getting real specific and speaking to your people. You know what I'm saying? This is the time for you to get real connections, to start building and establishing real connections, strong roots with your customer base. Because if you provide the value to your customer base, they're going to find a reason and a way for them to purchase from you. And so this is why I wanted to talk about, what stages and areas you are in your business, especially if you are in the seed stage. If this is just an idea and you're trying to move it and trying to grow, this is definitely one of those times for you to start reflecting on who am I really talking to? I can't sell to everybody. Everybody is not my audience. Everybody is not my customer. You may get a fluke, and your family and your friends and some people around you may support just because you opened up something, but they may not be your steady flow of customers. Same thing I had to learn when I started off when I was an influencer on YouTube. I was able to float the business for some time, but I wasn't able to sustain it based off of my influence on YouTube. I had to start thinking of who my target audience was, because my people were following me based on, the not the reputation, but based on the influence that I built up from then, for my makeup and tutorials and things like that. And so they were there for that. And then when I opened up my doors to my business, they wanted to support, and they did. And I still have some supporters to this day, but they all are going to trickle away because that's not what they were here for. And so then I had to figure out how to bring the people that are here that want what I have to me. Right. And so I don't want anybody to feel like, okay, well, this is just not the right time. No, you just need to hone in on your message, and you need to hone on to who you want to speak to and how you're going to speak to them, and how can you serve them? How can you bring them value? What can you do in your business that's going to make their life better? Instead of you just trying to, product. This is now important for you to bring the value, right? And show your worth as a company. Because as we can see, quite a few large businesses are going out of sale, and out of business. And you'll notice a lot of your people who started businesses when you started businesses, or a little bit before you, they are going out of business as well, or they're having a hard time keeping their doors open. And that is because um, the rents are going up. You know what I'm saying? The cost of goods is going up. People are not spending as much. People are not going out as much. So there's a lot of factors into why things are not, you know, businesses are not thriving the way that they should right now. There's a lot of factors, but we have to get laser focus and start talking to our people and start building those connections. Start building them bridges so we can go over them. And this is what I was saying, as far as building your communities and building your networks is very important for us to, as a community, stand by each other. This is why collaboration is way more beneficial than competition, right? I'm not it's not going to hurt me to share some information about any business that I'm not doing. You know what I'm saying? And even if I am doing it, I may not be somebody's cup of tea, because what's her name from TikTok? Rashonda, and she said she's not nobody's cup of tea because she's moonshine. She kick you right in your chest. I know that's who I am. I know that's what I get. You know what I'm saying? And everybody ain't ready for that. Everybody's not a drinker. Everybody's not drinking moonshine. Somebody might need something smooth and light, and that might be that thing that's gonna burn the hair in your chest. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it doesn't matter, because sometimes you're going to have not sometimes, but your customer is your customer, and you're going to be able to communicate with them as long as you stay authentic. And so this is very important for us to be true to who our business is, and then just make sure that we're clear on who our customers are and how we're speaking to them, how we're engaging with them, how we're building community. I can't wait. Yep. Miss Eula will be on here. Let me see. Be right back. Connecting to the hotspot. Okay, they're about to shut the power. Okay, got you. Um, the fact super high. Yep. Hit me in the chest. Okay, let me tell you. Um, we see in our cost of goods right now, cocoa butter is double the price. Right? A lot of us use cocoa butter in our products. We see that citric acid went up like 3 times. Right? Because it was like $50. It went up to, well, it was $50 a bag where I got my citric acid from. Then during COVID, it went up to $200, and now it's coming back down, and it's at 145. But people can't. The businesses can't sustain with the price of goods that high, the cost of goods that high. They can't sustain their business because now everything is higher now, right? And so we're seeing that. And I know that Aisha was telling a story about the sisters in business, the store in Jersey. What they wanted to do was they wanted to raise her rent 3 times. 3 times her rent is. They wanted to raise it 3 times. 3 times, like that's not $100. Okay, maybe a 10% increase. Maybe you want to raise the rent 3 times the price. Insane. How can anybody, keep up with that? Right? And in this economy, a lot of the big stores are closing down. But I think they said Forever 21 was closing some doors. We have CVS, Walgreens, Target bringing down some prices. We had plenty of stores that are closing down in this economy right now, right? And so you're going to have a small business pay 3 times their rent. That's insane. That's insane. So I don't know how many empty stores are in there. I don't know how fast they can fill it. I don't know what the plan is because I don't follow, the mall and their rent and their stuff like that and their rates. I don't follow that. But that's crazy. 3 times. Now imagine how many businesses are going through stuff like this, right? They're going through things like this, and it's going to be hard to keep your doors open if the rent keeps going up and not going up by a little bit, right? Because mortgages go up, right? Mortgages go up. My mortgage went up, but my mortgage didn't double. You know what I'm saying? My mortgage increased, I think, by like $100, right? So it increased by $100, and I see that a lot of people who are, who have mortgages or renting that their rents went up as well, right? But we're not going to be able to maintain if the prices are going up but they're not making more money, then how are they going to be able to sustain? Right? And so, as a community, we need to all stick together and help each other because each one teach one, each one reach one. We have to be able to, because if this was you, you would want everybody else to help you. So, I say, everybody within the sound of my voice, if you can, if you have it within your budget, a t-shirt is $28. Go to the sister shop and purchase a t-shirt and support. And even if you can't support, take the link out that they have and share the video and ask your community to purchase a t-shirt to help keep their doors open. We have to do what we have to do, especially in Black owned, woman owned businesses. We have to do what we have to do, right? Excuse me. This is a difference. This is a difference when, you know what I'm saying? Like, things are going to change, and we need to be able to change with it. And this is crazy. This is like not crazy like, oh, I can't believe it crazy, but this is crazy like just the amount in the short amount of time that the funds have to be raised. So whatever we can do, if you are in the Georgia area, if you're in the Atlanta area, please go out and even go to the store, support, buy one of the shirts, buy a couple of the shirts, buy one for everybody in your family, but do what you can to help keep these doors open. And again, if you are not in a position to purchase a t-shirt, just make sure that you share it on your stories, to share it on your timeline, share it in whatever social media platforms, and let people know they can support them and keep this Black woman owned business the doors open by doing A, B, and C. But please, y'all, make sure y'all go out and support, please. And thank you. Let me see. Yep, hit me right in the chest. Yes, because that olive oil has me shook. What? You? I'm like, I got to figure out another way. When I went to Candles and Supplies a couple of weeks ago, I went to Candles and Supplies, and I saw Cindy, and we were talking about olive oil, and she was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna do some classes and some lives about what can you use as a substitute for olive oil, especially when you're making soap and things like that." Because I've never even thought of how can I substitute my olive oil. Never have I ever, because I've always been able to get olive oil, right? And olive oil is it's not cheap, but it wasn't expensive. Now it's almost $40 a bottle for 101 ounces. It's now almost $40 a bottle. That's double the price because it was only $20. Now it's $40. It was 21 something, I think, something around there. Now I went to go get it yesterday. It was 35 something. I'm like almost $40 for a bottle of olive oil, and it's a small bottle. It's not like a drum or nothing. It is like one, not a small bottle, but it's 101 ounces. Insane. Like, why should I spend $25? Why? I'm telling you. So she said she was gonna do some olive oil substitutes, and I may be seeking some olive oil substitutes as well. I am raising my prices because my prices have to reflect the new cost of my goods. But that is insane. It is insane. I can't charge somebody. I already charged $30 for my soap. I can't charge $50 for soap. I can't even make that. I would not pay $50 for soap. Right. And you got to think about, how would you purchase, right? Would I purchase a $50 soap? My soap's already $30, right? So I'm gonna see, what my alternatives are and see what we can do until the economy comes. I don't know if it's going to come back. I don't know if the prices are going to drop. I know that people are not going to buy it. So that's going to hurt the whole cycle of business, because if people don't purchase it, people don't necessarily need olive oil in their lives, right? And even if they do, they don't need a big bottle. They could get a small bottle, because if you're using olive oil to cook, you don't need much, right? I know we as product makers, we use olive oil for a lot of things. I know I do, because olive oil is like liquid gold. It's good for everything. You can use it everywhere. Your hair, your face, your body. It's good for everything. So I do use olive oil everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I do use it in a lot of my products. So, but I will, because I am going to, be thinking smart, and I'm not going to be thinking like, well, I'm just going to pay whatever I need. There was people paying $100 for bottles of 16-ounce bottles of fragrance. I'm not doing that neither. Because how high is the cost of goods going to be? I mean, not how high the cost of goods, but how high is my price going to be for my customer to have to pay? And then if something should happen, let's say that fragrance oil increased. Now that bottle is $150. Does that seem luxury to me? No, it does not. It seems insane. I could find something that's comparable to that, and I'm gonna purchase that. I am not buying no $150 16-ounce bottle of fragrance oil. You are out of your mind. Out of your mind. Because that $150 fragrance or that $100 fragrance oil do not burn differently than the $25 bottle fragrance oil. And it may have a different scent. You may have to, look for some different options, but that's insane. That's insane. Gotta keep that in mind. And I'm not saying go cheap, you know what I'm saying? But I am saying think quality and think comparison. Quality and comparison. Think that for sure. Let me see. That's why Amazon be my best friend. One way cheaper than the stores. Yep. Yep. Because times have changed. I'm reaching out to my customers to see where they are so I can pivot if need be. That's right. I noticed some changes with their buying habits, and I need to find out why. Yep. Come on, Chantel, with the survey. Yes. Come on, survey. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. Welcome back, Big Meech. Welcome back. My rent increased 40%. What? 40%. I'm retired. That's insane. Insane. My land, my landlord, my land tax tripled in 1 year. Mm, 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 mm. Hey, Miss Quell. What's going on with you, girl? How are you doing this amazing morning? Canola oil is a good substitute, cheaper too, same result. I'm gonna write that down, and I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see if I can make soap with canola oil. I don't know if I could. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know if I can make soap with canola oil. I've never tried to make soap with canola oil, so I'm gonna try that and try my body oils with it. I don't know if canola oil clogs pores, because I know it's it. I got to do some research. I got to do some research. Y'all let me know in the chat. I saw $66 for 3 liters here in Canada. Funds managed. Yes. Thank you so much, Big Meech. Y'all, come on, y'all. What y'all waiting for? Hit the like, y'all. Hit the like. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Love candles and supplies. Yes. When you go, let me know. We could go together and make a trip. We have to look at quality substitutes while keeping the integrity of our companies. Yep. Yep. Royalty Soaps has a great soap recipe. I'm gonna check that out. I love Katie. I love her. I heard sunflower oil is good. I use sunflower oil already. Also, I've never tried it. I use sunflower oil because it's very nice. It's very light. It's also another oil that is good for everything as well. So I do use that in my body oils. I do use the sunflower. I don't know if I could use it in place of olive oil, but I do love sunflower oil. I was just about to say canola oil. Girl, I'm going to try. I'm going to try, and I'm going to see, because these rates are insane. Grapeseed oil. I don't know if I could use that. I've never used grapeseed oil in my soap. I've used grapeseed oil in my hair stuff, and I used it in my facial. I use it in my facial scrubs, but I don't use it for my soaps. But I'm going to try, and I'm going to see, because at this rate, they are going to be bankrupting a lot of folks because a lot of people are not going to be able to keep up. People are going to be closing doors. People are going to be closing their businesses. At this rate, we are going to have to figure out ways that we can, like Tracy says, have quality substitutes while keeping the integrity. Definitely, definitely, definitely. You don't want to change something and then the quality is poor. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to change something to be like, well, this don't perform the way it used to perform. I liked it better when you did blah, 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 blah. Right. So we got to figure out what we can do. We got to find some alternatives because it's crazy out here in these streets. And not only, you trying to maintain and develop who you are and establish yourself as a business, now you got to figure out how you're going to keep the quality of your products, right? How can you keep a high quality product if your cost of goods keep going up? How are you going to do that? Like, what are we going to do when everything is insanely priced? How are we going to operate? We got to start thinking of alternative ways so that we can still be able to maintain in this economy, right? I know when COVID hit, and it could be, just like Michelle said, it's their plan to bankrupt small businesses, and it could be, right? That may be a reason why they was trying to get rid of TikTok. That may be a reason why, you know what I'm saying? I did hear that, whatever's gonna happen with TikTok, they are going to do it the US base. I gotta get that information because I don't have it. So don't trust me to talk on it. But when COVID hit, I was able to stay afloat. Why I was able to, here I go. Why does it keep doing this? I'm frozen. Listen, y'all. One's in the chat if y'all see me. One's in the chat if y'all see me. This is insane. I don't know why StreamYard is doing this to me. I don't know. One's in the chat if y'all can see me. It keeps freezing me up. One's in the chat, y'all. Thank you, cousin. All right, so we were talking about what was happening during COVID and how I was able to sustain, right? During COVID, everybody was going crazy over everything. It was hard to get paper towels. It was hard to get um alcohol. It was hard to find peroxide. It was hard to find hand soap. It was hard to find a lot of things, right? And being that I made soap, it was easy for me to stay afloat in my business because I had what they needed. They said in order to stop the spread, you need to wash your hands. In order to stop the spread, you need to use hand sanitizer. And so when they lifted up the restrictions and said that product makers, candle makers, all kinds of people can make hand sanitizer. I was also able to add that as a product to my business, and those things helped me to stay afloat, right? Because how many of y'all witnessed during COVID, it was hard to get hold of supplies. It was hard to get a hold of alcohol and even just small bottles of alcohol so that you can sanitize your own utensils, right? I would go to the store and couldn't even get alcohol. Alcohol used to be wiped off the shelf. Alcohol and even peroxide. Not that I was using peroxide for, sanitizing, but I was using alcohol as part of the sanitizer, right? And so it was so hard to get those things. So you had to find other ways to get those things. So even companies like Nigel's, the beauty supply store in California, what they did was they had some manufacturing hookups. And so they started going to the chemical stores and getting the big jugs of alcohol and they were selling them. So I know they made a killing off of that because everybody who was making sanitizer needed the alcohol. Plus, they had the best price on the alcohol. Everybody was doing that price gouging because they know, well, first of all, we had a problem with the products getting here, right? Secondly, we had the scarcity. There, you can't find it anywhere, so you can increase the price, and then you have people price gouging because they know that they could, either because they were being greedy or because they didn't know when they were going to get their next shipment, and that's understandable, right? So I still got to keep myself in business. Even, I don't know if I'm going to get another shipment, but I still got to keep myself in business. And so we witnessed a lot of that going on during COVID. And so I think we have to get that same kind of savvy hustle. I got to hustle and get my ish together mentality for this economy that's happening right now. And what I mean by that is I'm talking about, yes, the prices and the cost of goods are going up for us, but we also need to get a real more clear on what we want to do with our business and where we're going to go with our business. Let me see. We have to have substitutes, period. And we also know this from when 1617 went out of business. How many of you guys, and just say I was or I wasn't, so tell me if you were affected by 1617 abruptly going out of business. Let me know in the chat. For real, for real. Since that I thought I wasn't going to use, looks like I just might. Okay. Yeah, we have things sitting on the shelves. I told y'all get those live sales popping. Get them live sales popping. Good morning, Kay. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. Good morning, Melissa. Did I miss you coming in? Good morning, good morning, good morning. I was not affected by 1617, but some people were devastated by the shutdown of 1617. They didn't know where they were going to get their wax. They didn't know where they were going to get their fragrances. They didn't know, what they were going to do. And so everybody was hustling around trying to figure out what they were going to do because now their favorite company is now out of business, right? No word, no, okay, start looking for alternatives. None of that. It was just like done, right? And they were wiped off the face of the earth, right? Let me see. Okay. They was wiped off the face of the earth. And so Now people were stuck. And we don't need to have that kind of issue. Even if you prefer to purchase from somewhere, prefer to purchase from there, but also know that you got to have alternatives. Also know that there's other places that you can purchase from, right? Like when I used to get my citric acid, I used to love to get my citric acid from Kansas. Why? Because Kansas is local, not really local, it's 2-3 hours away, but I mean, I could still go pick it up, and it was the cheapest than anywhere else. If I got it shipped, it would cost around the same amount, same price that everybody else was doing, plus on top of their shipping. But it was cheaper for me to go to Kansas, pick up my citric acid, get big bags of them, and bring them home for me, right? And so even if that didn't work out for me, I did have an alternative. I did have a chemical store that I go to in Jersey that I could also pick up my citric acid from, right? And what was so great about the chemical store is that if you showed them a better price, they would meet the price. They would beat the price. So they would see the price and they still give you 10% discount on top of that. So you would purchase from them. So I had my alternatives when it came to things like that. But now I'm seeing that I need, for even olive oil, like I would say, okay, well, Sam's and Walmart around the same price. I was like, okay, so if anything, I'll just go like to a Costco's or to a restaurant supplier store, because I used to have this one called Main Source up here, which is no longer here. And I was like, I had my alternatives, right? Because I had to keep something in the pocket, right? It's going up everywhere. So now what can I do? Now what can I do? Fragrances were lovely, but the prices were so high. Yes, $100. I don't know what kind of quality it was in those fragrance oils. I have never purchased a 16, 17 fragrance oil, but I know I would never, ever, ever spend $100 on a 16-ounce bottle of fragrance oil. Never, ever in my life will I ever, because I don't see the value in it. I don't see the value in it unless I'm making like perfumes or something like that where you can have a higher price point. Then I would do something like that, but not anything else. Substitutes for olive oil and soap making: canola oil, lard. I won't use lard, but I heard it makes really good soap. Rice bran, safflower oil, soybean oil, sunflower oil. Good morning, girl. Where you been? Where you been, girl? Good morning to you. Good morning, everyone. I used one of their vessels in my main line, but I had already been practicing on the backup. I was still disappointed though. Yep. Y'all got to make sure y'all have backup. 100. Oh, oh. Madness. Madness for sure for fragrance oil. Insane. And I don't anybody use their fragrance oils? Let me know in the chat. Fragrance oil in the chat. Let me know if you used 16, 17 fragrance oil. And this is for everybody in the room. Everybody in the room. If you have a place where you purchase your stuff, make sure you can find an alternative. Make sure you can find a place that, if something should happen, you have a backup. But also, like now for me, I'm looking for alternatives for olive oil, because olive oil is way too expensive right now. Was it made with gold? I don't know what it was made with, and I don't know how good it was either. I don't know what the strength was in the fragrance oil, but I do know because Patricia was purchasing fragrance oils for what's the name of the company? Well, she was selling waxes and she was selling fragrances, right? And so she was saying it's insane for these companies to be charging that amount of money for the fragrance oils when it doesn't cost that much. You don't need to put my fragrance oil in a bottle. You don't need to put a fancy label on it. You don't need to do any of that. Just give me my fragrance oil just the way it comes. I don't need all of that. I don't need remember when Wooden Wick was another one. You know, they're Makesy now. So I think Makesy brought them down a notch. Makesy made it more affordable, but Wooden Wick was expensive, right? Wooden Wick was expensive. They had fragrance oils that were in the $100 as well, and they may still have it at $100. And I don't purchase a lot of their fragrance oils. I did get fragrance oil from them. You know, when we do our BCMC stuff, I get fragrance oils with the samplers and stuff like that. But that's too much. That's too much. I'm always looking for new fragrance. I'm always looking for new vendors. Yep, yep. Dupe it. That's what I'm talking about, Melissa. That's what I'm talking about. What can I do? Oh, and Melissa had a place, right, Melissa? What's that place? International. International. It starts with an A, I think. And they will remake a fragrance oil for you. And Melissa had worked with them before, and she said they're pretty good. I'm always looking for new vendors, period. Kim was a 16, 17 person. Oh, where's Kim at? Where's Kim when we need her? Well, I was on a hiatus. That's what I was doing. Like, I have 3 places I can get my scents from that are around the same price of each other saying quality. But then I have another place that I found. Okay, it sells the scents for less, but for less. Okay. I have I use half olive and half canola in my soaps. It's a great substitute. I'm going to try the olive oil pumice to see how it performs. I didn't like the fragrances, none of them. Okay. Maxie still has expensive oils. Wow. Wow. Aromatic fragrance international. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me put this on the thing. They still expensive. Let me tell y'all something. I cannot with expensive fragrance oils. I cannot. Okay, so Melissa. Patricia was saying that they are charging us way, way out the pocket for those fragrance oils. There's no reason for the fragrance oils. Yes, you have the opportunity to make them more potent, or you know what I'm saying? You do have that opportunity. When you do that, then it can be a little bit more costly, but she said not to that capacity. Not to that capacity. So they really in the pocket. So when they come down and they tell you it's a sale, believe you know that it's gonna be a good price for you. It's gonna be a good price for you because they're not gonna be able to maintain at that price point. They're not. They're either gonna lower the quality of the fragrance oil so that they can be at a lower price point, or they're gonna sell it at a lower price point to you because they're not gonna be able to move them, right? They're still expensive. Yes, if you are in BCMC, Melissa will be teaching tomorrow. Yes, yes, and yes about grants, y'all. So how to find them, what you need to do, and some tips. So make sure that if you are in BCMC, candle makers, y'all going ahead and support Melissa. I'm about to do more of my collections. This way you can ensure, and that's a great idea, right? Because this way, if somebody, like, if you're blending your fragrance oils together so that you can have a unique scent blend, then you know that if that fragrance oil goes out, now you don't have to figure out what you're going to do. Nature's Garden's fragrance oils for me. I like Nature's Garden fragrance oils, but not okay. I don't like it for every single thing, right? I like them for some things. I like them for I don't like them for wax. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I don't like I don't know what it is, but for me, Nature's Garden's fragrance oils are not for wax. I like them in soaps. I like them in lotions. I like them in every body product. I do not like them in candles. Does anybody else have that experience with Nature's Garden? There's some scents that I absolutely love, but to me, they don't work well in wax. And so I don't use them in wax. There's one that I really like in wax, and that's Bite Me. But all the other ones that I've tried, I don't think I don't know if they morph. I don't know what they do, but they don't smell the same when you burn them. and they don't perform well to me, in my opinion. But it could also be the wax that I'm using. It could also be the wax. Like there could be a lot of different factors as to why it is not giving the scent throw that I want it to give. But Nature's Garden is not what I would use for candles. I like it for body products. I do like Nature's Garden scents. They are very nice. Their scents, they're very nice. But they don't all perform well with wax. Nope. New Directions Aromatics has some nice fragrance oils. I order my oils from there sometimes, Michelle, and because they're fast, I know they're in Canada. The quality of their oils are good. I love to purchase from them to buy my oils, and I love to purchase my essential oils from them. They are dope for that, and they're quick shipping, and they're quick shipping, and their shipping is not expensive. Like I can get a heavy box of gallons of oil, and my shipping was like $20. Like, or it'll usually be around $20. My shipping has never been upwards to the $50 mark. Whereas if I purchase gallons of anything or big tubs of anything from like Candlewick and they're in Pennsylvania, they're charging me over $50 for shipping. I'm like, I'm in the same state. Why are you charging me that much money on a box? But I love New Directions Aromatics. Love them for oils. Love them for oils. For specialty oils and essential oils, I absolutely love them. Yep, they're in Ontario. Yep. Um, I love them. Recommendations for waxes. I don't have recommendations for waxes. I use specific wax that I like for whenever I'm doing something. I'm not a candle maker. I make candles sometimes. So I don't have any recommendations. You mean places where you can get them from? Yes, they are good. I love, love, love them. And they have the best prices around for their oil. Well, that with the exception of Soper's Choice. Soper's Choice is another one that has really good pricing, but their shipping, I don't like. I don't like their shipping. I cannot stand it. I'd be so mad too because they be having the best price. Like you can get a gallon of like glycerin for like $10. I'm throwing things out there. A gallon of glycerin for $10, and then once you get your shipping is $30. Now that bottle of glycerin is now $40. I'm gonna just go somewhere else and get it where it's gonna be the price of the glycerin is going to be more, but my shipping is going to be less because it's not going to cost me $40 to get a bottle of glycerin. You know what I'm saying? So the shipping is crazy sometimes in certain places, and this is why I shop according to my shipping. So the quality got to be good, and I shop according to the shipping because I'm not paying nobody $200 in shipping unless it's like a freight, and even freight is even different. But I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I made recommendations for oils and waxes. Okay. I love EC26 by Cow Wax Maryland. Wax Club is my number one supplier. Hive and Honey and Porter Candle Supply. I've never tried Maryland Wax Club. Never, never, never. Oils and waxes. I like I think Candlewick's fragrance. I think the scent throw is really good from Candlewick. Who else do I like? And I can't really, I really can't go off of too much because like I said, I make candles or I make wax melts whenever the mood, whenever the wind blows my direction, and I'm like, ooh, candles, let's make some. Ooh, wax melts, let's make some. Or I need to make a video, but anybody in here who makes candles, where do you suggest to purchase oils for your waxes? Put it in the chat. 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 What is your favorite place to purchase your oils from? The majority of my oils do come from Nature's Garden, Candlewick, sometimes Candle Science, sometimes Village Craft and Candle. I wonder what their shipping like is to the States, Michelle. Flaming Candle and Candle Science. Maryland Wax Club and Porter Candle Supply. Keep on going, y'all. Keep on going. Keep on going. You know who has a really good honey that I like? Um, Candles and Supplies. I love their honey. That honey smells really nice. Fragrance oils, essential oils, waxes, jars. Okay. All right. Let me know in the chat, y'all. Put it in the chat. See, support and help each other. Let each other, like when you by yourself, you don't think about these things and you don't know these things. You could get somebody else's experience and you could use that and help you to grow your business. Don't know about the shipping to the US. Okay. I do, like I said, I know for sure. New Directions Aromatics, honey, the shipping is amazing. Love, love, love it. Love, love, love it. Waxy Flower and Sierra has some pretty good ones. Oh, I smelled Sierra when we did the BCMC review, but I've never used it in any product, so I don't know yet. Waxy Flower has some really good scents too. They have some good scents. I haven't used them in anything yet, but they have this nectarine. It smells so good. It's so good. So good from Waxy Flower. We had did that one as a review. That smells good. The brandy custard smells good. I wanted to use the brandy custard till I realized it was only a fragrance that was not skin safe. So I was like, well, until I make a candle or some wax melts or some room spray, I can't use that. I can't use that Midwest fragrance. Okay. All right. Well, there you go. You got some options in there. Get you some samples and see how you like things. Don't go on ahead and get you a big old bottle yet. Get you a little sample or a sample set and see how they work for you. But start giving yourself some time so that you can have other options, because you don't want to you don't want to be put in the place where you no longer can get your fragrance oils anymore. You no longer, or you can't get supplies anymore, or the cost of goods are going way too high for you. So start seeking alternatives and substitutes for your products, for everything that you can. For everything that you can. A perfect example is, I'm going to share one example, and this is just with technology, right? So Chantel came on, and y'all already know I use Price-O-Matic for my pricing. I absolutely love Price-O-Matic. It makes it super simple, easy for you to go on ahead and get your pricing. You know how to sell it for wholesale. If you want to do a discount, what you want to do, whatever kind of discount you want to do, it's going to tell you where your profits are, where you're going to lose. If you're going to make money, you're going to lose money. All of that is in this thing called Price-O-Matic. This software that is called Price-O-Matic, right? It's made by Lucky Break Consulting that I absolutely love, right? So they went offline yesterday. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. But Chantel was like, yeah, I got to do my pricing now. And now they offline. And so they did have a spreadsheet version. And then they had a spreadsheet version and they went to subscription model. And so with the subscription base, you have to depend on them to be open. You got to depend on the website to be working. And so it wasn't working. And I was like, you know what? Good thing I had a backup. I had a backup because I got Price-O-Matic when it first came out. When initially it came out, it was on a spreadsheet. So I was like, all right, so it doesn't really affect me, but I did have a backup. And I thought I lost it because I thought it was on my other computer. I had to go back into my emails and I found the Excel spreadsheet. So you got to have alternatives for everything. Everything you got to have a backup for. You gotta have a backup for everything. I also found some good ones at Crimson Candle Supply and Maple Street. Has some good Makesy dupes. Oh yeah, I know. They were saying Maple Street was talking about, like, I think they were the first people to start making sure they duped everything. I get mine from Flaming Candle. I think you're saying Flaming Candle Co. Makesy, Candle Science, and New Directions. Oh, got you. There are so many. I try to stick to places that have good shipping. Yep, or I could drive to. Come on, Tracy. Me too. I need to update my spreadsheet. Columbus. Okay, need to update your spreadsheet. Columbus Candle Supply, the Candle Maker Store. Like for 2 days, Chantel said it was down. for 2 days. And I was like, oh, don't worry, sis. I got you. I got you. Don't worry. But you got to make sure you have some alternatives. You got to give yourself something to, you got to give yourself a backup with everything. Everything in business, you got to have a backup. Lock Artisan have good make see dupes. I've never heard of Lock Artisan. Where's that based out of, Melissa? The Candle Maker Store, Columbus. Is Columbus Candle Supply? Can we go to them when we are at the conference, Tracy? Let me tell you, I want to go shopping while I'm out there. Because we're going to be out there where all of the suppliers are, all of the big ones. Wholesale Supplies Plus, Nature's Garden. Well, Supplies Plus acquired all of them. And so I want to go shopping. She sure did. That was a lifesaver, sis. Hey, I try. They're in Canada. I'm going to try that. So y'all make sure in business, that's going to be the message for the day, right? Clearly make sure we have backups. Clearly make sure that we have alternatives, substitutes, if just in case, like we're witnessing now. Olive oil is going crazy. Everything is going crazy, and with the pricing going crazy for all of the prices, everything's increasing. We see the businesses are going out of business. I mean, we see the businesses are going out of. Well, that's what I was going to say. Business is going out of business. We see that they're going out of business because they are unable to maintain with these prices that have increased. People are not buying. Shipping isn't crazy. Okay, let me write that down. I'm in VA. I try to shop East Coast to save on. Yep, that's right. That's right. I try to avoid shopping on the West Coast because that shipping is insane. But also the shipping on this coast is insane because Candle Science shipping ain't no better. It's worse. It's worse. I'd be like, I really want this fragrance oil, but I'm not paying for the shipping. They had those tubes and they had the best price around on them tubes. That shipping was insanity. I said never. Never, never, never. I would check to see if they do walk-ins. I love to. Yep, me too. Yep. I would love to go to Wholesale Supplies Plus, even if I could just order my stuff and pick it up and bring it back home. I'm fine with that. And they don't always have, because they have free shipping. They don't always have the best pricing on things. They incorporate the pricing in their costs. We already know that. But the free shipping still gets us every single time. But you notice that the cost is different when you look at olive oil. I mean not olive oil, like avocado oil, and you see that the avocado oil is like $70 and it's like $20 somewhere else for the same size bottle. And then you got to think, oh well, you know what? They're incorporating the shipping in this. So I mean, once you get over that, you'll be fine. But yeah, we need to have substitutes and alternatives. You guys, make sure if you have it in your budget, please go on into Sister Shop, the Sister Shop Expo.com, I think it is. Go to the shop, buy t-shirts, support the business. Please help them to keep their doors open. We need more businesses in color. We do. I was going to have a whole conversation, and it's not this kind of conversation because I was about to say, you go to, why don't we see soul food restaurants in Chinatown and things like that? But when you go into the hood, you see Chinese restaurants all over the place. And why do you see them in the beauty supply stores and all these other places, and they stay open and they stay alive? We got to do the same thing for our businesses, right? And so I say, please, if you can, go on out there and support the Sister Shop. Please go out there and support the Sister Shop. We need to make sure that we all stay in business. Each one teach one. I know that her motto is when my sister win, we all wins. And we have to, she provides a platform where she gives information, education, support in business, help, visibility, all of that stuff. So we definitely need to make sure that we uplift our sisters in business. And we also need to make sure that we support, and not just about, just talking mess. We need to support in the way that we can. So if she said, buying t-shirts. You can also make a donation if you want. I don't know where the donations are. That's why I didn't say that. But I do know that you can get your t-shirt, $28. Going ahead, grab one for the whole family. If you are in the Atlanta area, go into the store, support, go in the store, buy something, buy one of they have this, they press their shirts right there in the shop. So go on ahead and grab one of the shirts. What else? What else I wanted to say? Sisters in business. This not the Sisters in Business Expo. The sister shop. SISTAH. The sister shop. Shipping is more than the yep. That's why I was like, they could say right there, girl. They could say right there. Yes. Ooh, Maryland Wax Candle Co. is sister owned. Okay. We need to make sure that we keep these businesses open. Right? Because we do know in business it's harder. They say it's harder for us to get the funding. They say it's harder for us to stay open. It's harder for us to be successful because we're not, we're not thinking long term, or we can't stay, or we can't compete, or whatever. And whatever that the case is, we're gonna change the narrative. We're going to change the narrative, and we're going to be supportive. So y'all make sure that, please, if you cannot support by buying a t-shirt because it's just not in your budget and nobody's judging you, you just don't have it. You don't have it. You don't have it, right? So share it out and put it on your social media. Ask your friends to go on ahead and support it. If you know people that are in the Atlanta area, tell them to go down and buy one of the t-shirts and support them, right? We got to make sure that our businesses stay alive, afloat, and thriving. We need to be supportive every step of the way. Do y'all hear me? Because if you're in that position, you will want somebody to do the same for you. And not only if you had don't even put yourself in that position yet, period. In order for your business to grow and to thrive, you need customers. That's the lifeline of your business. You're going to need this stuff. So you make sure that you support so they support you. And not just because of that reason, but you're doing it because you genuinely want to see somebody else win. You genuinely want yourself to win. You genuinely want that. Genuinely want that karma to come back to you, right? I'm putting that out there. I want to get that back tenfold. You know what I'm saying? We gotta do what we need to do to help each other, uplift each other, and thrive, grow, and be successful and maintain in this climate. We need to make sure that we are doing everything that we can. Yes? Y'all with me in the chat? Let me know if y'all with me in the chat. We are about to wrap this up. You guys have an amazing, amazing, amazing weekend. We'll be back on Monday. I want to ask you guys on Monday what you think. What topic should we do? We're gonna have Sister Eula on July 11th. It's going to be lit. And I will be booking my calendar for July, or July on out. And let me know what you guys need, what kind of information you need. You can DM me. We are on our 5th day on our challenge. Our challenge is almost over. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to see everybody, feeling. I'm feeling accomplished. I'm doing things. I'm getting more done than I've ever done before. I love to see that. So I cannot wait. So we're gonna do another 7-day challenge. But for right now, this one, we are almost wrapping it up. Time goes by really fast. But I don't have time. Time's gonna speed right on by you, girl. Right on by you. So make sure that you guys let me know, DM me if there's a subject or something that you want to talk about. Also, make sure you go to the sister shop. So SISTAH, the sister shop. Support. You can go follow them on Instagram. They are SIB Expo. Go follow them. Go read the information. It's on their page. Go see what you can do to support, and make sure that you support, please. Please and thank you. Please, thank you. Please, thank you. Yes, Maryland Wax Club is a Black woman veteran-owned business. Wow. If you want businesses to stay open, you have to shop with them. Right. Don't let them be don't let them be the best kept secret. Exactly. Because you don't want nobody to know where your connect. Come on, we can't do that. We can't do that. In order for them to thrive and survive, we gotta support. We have to support. I've never shopped at Maryland Wax Club. I think they're actually one of our sponsors for the conference for BCMC. But I will look into Maryland Wax. So I can buy something. I'll, test some stuff out and see if I like them. And I will definitely be sharing the word because we need to do what we need to do in order to support each other's business, period. Period. So with that being said, y'all, I love y'all, and I hope y'all have an amazing weekend. Make sure that y'all follow me on all social media. It is Bubble Babes, BABEZ University everywhere. Also, if you would like to join the community, go to bubblebabesuniversity.com, click community, join. It is absolutely free to join. You don't have to pay for a membership or any of that. Make sure you do that. And we will be back on a Monday. Oh, wait, subscribe and turn on your notifications bell so you can be notified when we go live, which is Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And join us here for Coffee with Nikki, your daily cup of information and inspiration. Everybody have an amazing weekend. Talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.